Alrighty, hello everyone, it's Alec. I'm gonna show how the script, how you apply it, how it works. I'm gonna demonstrate on the 4 hour as well as like a 5 minute, though it works on all the time frames. That's kind of what I'm gonna touch on for this video because it kind of covers the swing trades as well as, scalping if you want to scalp. So, starting with how you apply the script. Down here we see that I have AlecBotv1 on my Pine editor. So we made it very simple that it's a code like that. It's a code and it's a very shortened code that you put in Pine editor that's connected to like an AI program that runs externally, but that demonstrates everything you need on the chart. So what you would do is you go open, and then I have two bots here. I have KamichiBot1, one I was working on a while ago, works, just not my favorite, and then this one that's a lot better. Yeah, I guess this was January 1st, January 19th, 2019 is when I last used that one. But you click this, and it opens the script under Pine Editor, and then you just simply go Add to Chart. So it's already added for me, but that's all. That's all that would happen. I would send the code to you, and you just input it into Pine Editor, you save it, and you add it to your chart whenever you want. So talking on a 4 hour time frame, we're looking at a CVC, just an altcoin. This is the way I do my tradings on a swing trade when I'm using the bot. So we see right here, first starting back here, it signaled a downtrend. We broke down into a downtrend. This red line means as long as price stays below this point, based on the parameters inputted in the code, we're in a downtrend and there's no point of trying to long. This breakout here shows, we've broken this red line with conviction and we've kind of signified that there's bullish momentum going on. So how I trade is I don't try to buy. I usually don't buy on a swing trade right when this signal's printed, right? Because we see it goes up and it kind of comes down. This is how I trade it. So we see that signal. That is like your wave one, right? This is like your wave one up. Basically, it's forming an uptrend. It's your wave one up. If I broke that down in Elliott wave, you'd see it. It probably looks something like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, something like that. Whatever. Doesn't have to be a perfect one. Something like that. And then we're getting a correction down. A, B, C. Right? You don't even need to worry about this. What I look for is, look at this point where we would enter along and stochastic RSI. We were in overbought. Sorry, no, oversold. We're in oversold territory, and it flipped to the upside. Like the stochastic RSI reset, and we're going up. So what you do is you draw your fib extension. It's very simple. You go from the starting wave up to the top, down to the lowest point where this stochastic is, and then boom, all your targets are set. Obviously this pumped really hard, but look, 100%, that's a 1-to-1 extension. That's where you want to take your first profit. So if we enter down here, which I don't remember if I did, but if we enter down here, that's a 9% gain. Simply using the algorithm, printed its bullish signal. We're going down a little bit, and then we get the stochastic RSI reset. We enter around here. We hit that 1-to-1 extension. I always take some profit at the 1-to-1 extension. It's generally always what's hit. And then we go down, and you can potentially re-long down here. You re-long right here. Right when it hits this 618, you can re-long. And you can also use your Fibonacci retracement. You get that around the 3.82. But besides the point, that's 9%. You can take some off the table or take some off up here, re-add down here, because we can see that this is like a forming your wave 3. And then obviously if we stayed, we could have seen crazy upside, but never going to worry about what happens or not. Generally, I look for 1-to-1. That's 10%. I'm happy with 10%. Maybe leave some on the table, about 25%. Let this run. Enjoy the profits. Okay. And then we can see this stays green as long as we are still maintaining this uptrend. So see, this green line is where we would go back to a downtrend. We haven't broken it. It's pretty consistent to reload close to this green line. It tends to act as support quite often. And then look what happens. All the way up here, we had our red signal. So even if we entered from the green signal to the red signal, we would have made about 35%, right? So it told us to stay in that trade for 35% gain. Obviously, that's up to the person who's trading, but that's how that works. And then look how long we stayed in a downtrend. Again, you can use this on your downtrend. Kind of gets rejected around the red, kind of gets rejected around the red, rejected, rejected. Those are based off the parameters that we've set. So right now, CVC has no signs of an uptrend, so we're not looking to buy it. All right, moving on to Nano, another 4-hour swing trade. So red signal, no reason to buy, no reason to buy. And we break both 200 moving average as well as the red resistance. We push up high. Of course, you can buy. This signal prints while this candle is forming. So the second it breaks, it would print as a green signal. You wait till close to get confirmation, and you can ride this up again, 11%. But like I said, my way of trading, the safer, I would say. Just let the first wave go. We're not worried about the first wave. Of course, it's the way you look, but boom. Look at this one-to-one extension. There it is. Hits again to a T. So first wave up, pretty bullish first wave. We know that there's going to be continuation. We see an ABC down. ABC right towards our 200-day moving average as well. Just shows more confluence. And then look again. Stochastic resets. Very simple. Stochastic resets. We re-long. We do our fib extension. I'll draw it again in case anyone missed it. We take our fib tool. Fib extension. You go up to the top. You go down to where the bottom of the second wave is. So ABC down. Second wave ends here. We hit the one-to-one up here to a T. So again, that would be about a 17% gain. And the way you do it is you can set it to your one-to-one usually. You can put this underneath. I honestly, if it broke the 200 moving average right there, that's way less risk to reward. I would use the 200-day moving average. But even like down here, that's 3%. Your risk to reward is about 5.47. So that's how you trade on a swing. That's the way I do it. Again, you know, sometimes you get this. That's why you don't always do it. Sometimes you get, like, look, this showed a downtrend, but then we quickly reversed and went up. That's like where you get, that happens with every algorithm though. Like you just can't, that's the way market works. A manipulated market, you have manipulated signals sometimes. But again, even right here, your one-to-one's going to be a lot lower, but first signal down here, we never broke wave 1, which was down here. We never went lower than wave 1. We had a wick, but kind of your flat ABC down. And your one-to-one was up here, which hit, but even looking at that, 3% gain. It's a different perspective, but then you leave some to run, and look how much you could have gained. That's our first target. One-to-one's always our first target. Generally can go higher, but you never know. Take 50% or 25% off the table. You let this run. Let it run all day. Could have ended up making 40%. It's still in an uptrend, Nano. Talking about that, looks kind of nice. Might be a decent time, but anyways, that's besides the point. So I'm going to go to a quick 5-minute. This is where, if you scalp, this is what you would use. Paints your signal right here. This is a 30-minute, I guess. I guess we're on a 30-minute, so let's just do 30-minute. Paints your signal right here. You can stay in, that's 5% as a scalp. So 30-minute. Paints your downtrend. And again, you can predict that it's going into this downtrend. So before it even gets there, put this as your support, right? We've been staying above it, staying above it. If we break this, it looks worse, right? And then we get our downtrend, and you could have shorted Ethereum for about you wait till it goes back up to the red, could have shorted for 5% gain. It's a very, very effective algorithm. Other than that, I'm not going to talk about it too much more. I think that should be good for everyone to kind of see what it's like. If anyone has any questions, please let me know, and I'd love to share it with the group.